Hey everyone, it's Big Geeky Blog here, and we are going to be recapping episode 16 of Teen Wolf called Liability.
Big Geeky Blog.
My name is Bren, and I am Scarlet Nerd 24 on the Twitter.
And I am Katrina, and you can follow me at XXKM Gaming on Twitter and Instagram.
And we're going to be highlighting our top 5 moments of episode 16, like I said, called Liability. Starting with number 1, saving Lydia from Eichenhaus. This has been a forever long sequence put into action starting in episode 11, where we kind of went through the motions and kind of figured out how they're going to save Lydia. And unfortunately, the pack is on lockdown at Eichenhaus, and they are trying to find a plan B. And that plan B is kind of unfolding before us. It wasn't really initially planned. I think they were kind of like, we're going to get plan A down and we're going to get her. And they failed. So they're all in Eichenhaus, and I don't know who got Mason involved, but Mason is their plan B. And he's like outside Eichenhaus with the blueprints, not knowing what the hell he's doing. Liam and Scott are like the bronze of the thing, and they can't get past the barrier quite yet.
Because of the mountain ash?
Mountain ash. So they're stuck behind the gate, and they're not able to kind of move forward. So they're kind of fighting off the guards, fighting off the nurses that are coming in. And they kind of stumble upon Meredith, which I thought Meredith was dead.
I thought she was dead too.
So Meredith is kind of in that comatose state that, or catatonic state that Lydia was in. And she takes Scott's arm and just brings to the neck, is like, and he's able to seek out an additional part of Plan B, which entails the Hellhound, because we find out that the Hellhound and the Banshee are connected
somehow
to death. I'm thinking.
Probably to death. That would make sense.
Of course, once again, Styles and Theo are teamed up. Not my favorite duo, but I did like the reference that he kind of told him he was a piece of poo.
I liked that scene too.
Yeah. So they enact the plan to go rescue Lydia, who is taken by Dr. Valak into this like creepy underground tunnel sewage area. I don't even know where they went to.
That's a huge, Eichenhaus is huge.
Like, he's trying to get her on a level in which he can put this like Dread Doctor mask, which is uncertain if it belonged to Valak himself or if it was one of the Dread Doctor's masks. But he's trying to put it on her because I guess the mask will help find the Beast of Gévaudan, which leads to number 2, the Beast of Gévaudan. We got a lot of good insight on the Beast of Gévaudan. Apparently, I'm a nerd, so I'm gonna have to like go to my notes real quick because I don't want to mess anything up about the Beast of Gévaudan. But it's a teenager inside. It's obviously a chimera. It's still supposedly the last chimera that nobody knows about. So I have my intuitions of who it could be. I'm thinking it's Mason. Also, apparently the beast has 2 types of DNA, according to the chimera part of them. And what the mask is supposed to help is figuring that out, because it's still being watched over, like, by its parents, the Dread Doctors. And they're watching over the Beast of Gévaudan because they're trying to get the beast, like the actual human man that used to be the initial beast, to remember who he is. And by doing so, he will get rid of the host, which is the chimera. So the beast will fully take over. Right now, it's kind of like it still can shift back to its human form, which is obviously its chimera form. Speaking of chimeras, we're going to move along to number 3. Our other chimera, Hayden, is still watching over Deucalion, and he kind of like throws like some shade at her, and she kind of throws it back. And I like that she kind of plays on equal playing fields in that matter. But he basically is saying, like, you need to learn how to lie better to Theo, because now that you know about the Talons, you're at an advantage. So either are you going to tell Scott and his pack about the Talons, or are you going to let Theo just put him on and kill himself? Like, what are you going to do? You need to lie to Theo if you're going to try and go against your leader, your alpha of your pack. And I don't think she's going to tell Theo.
I don't think she is.
But then again, I don't think she's going to tell Scott. Or Liam.
You don't think so?
No. Even though, like, Liam and Hayden had their moment, their little boundary go out. But I don't think she'll tell him, because I think, like, Hayden has, like, her own, like, leadership. Like, she looks out for herself.
I could see, actually, I kind of was thinking that she could branch off and start her own
Like, if Theo goes down, which could happen, who's going to take care of the Chimera pack? Because they're going to not be without a leader. So I'm thinking maybe, like, Hayden will take on that role, because we haven't really seen a strong female alpha or a leader since Talia with the Hell pack, and then Callie, she was part of the Alpha pack. She used to have a pack of her own. But I like that story. Yeah. I think she can hold her own. I think so, and too. I think Scott's pack is a little too big, and I think if they add more into it, I think it'd be overwhelming. Too many. All right, moving along to number 4. We talked a little bit about it, but let's go back to it. The Dr. Valak's mask is now in the hands of Theo. Uh-oh. He has the talons, which he doesn't know what's going on with them yet, or he's going to die from using them. But he also now has the mask, because when he overheard that Valak was telling Lydia about the abilities of the mask and how it can find the beast of Avedon. So I think he has another advantage. I don't know who he's going to use it on. I don't either. I think he's going to use it on Tracy. And Lydia does get rescued, which leads to number 5, Stydia. Okay, so I know the fandom is, social media is going all kinds of crazy because Lydia said that Styles saved me. But if you listen to the line before, she said, they saved my life, Styles saved me. So she is kind of, in her way, thanking the whole entire pack. Yeah. But, Styles was the key to saving Lydia. He was human. He was the only one who was able to cross over the Mountain Ash barrier. He was the one that never left her. And when she did the earth-shattering scream, he, covered her. And, yeah, he was, bleeding from the ears. He was not giving up on Lydia. He was going to save her. If it was his last dying breath, he was going to do it. And so, she did give credit. It was a pack effort, but Styles was definitely the key to saving Lydia. So, I love all the moments. I think, it was something rising, and I love, all the hard eyes that were happening with Lydia when she's like, you came back for me. And she's like, you need to go. You're going to die. And she's like, telling him to leave because she didn't want to hurt him. He's like, just shut up and let me save you. And I loved it. It was sweet. Yeah, I think it's finally, Lydia's not one to say, oh, I love you or I like you. I think she's just been burned so many times with guys that she doesn't know what that really means. So she has her own way of kind of indicating, her appreciation, her admiration towards somebody. And you definitely can see it in her face when Styles saved her. So for all you Stydia shippers, we're very happy. But yeah, I mean, the pack is back together, and thank you to Dr. Deaton, who shot up mistletoe in Lydia's head to control that amplification that Dr. Valak did to her. And I'm just curious to know moving forward, what's going to happen for the pack, what's going to happen with Stydia. Is Lydia going to explore those feelings a little more? Probably. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. And, I think also next episode we're getting Coach back. I love Coach. Who doesn't love Coach? I don't think anyone doesn't love Coach. You have to love Coach. You have to love Coach, and he's back. And Lacrosse is back, which means it's going to be a funny episode. So I'm really looking forward, because it's been so dramatic and so tense, to get some, lightheartedness back. So, yeah, that's our highlight of episode 16 of Teen Wolf. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll be back for episode 17's recap. And make sure you follow Geeky Blog. And we're signing off. Thank you. Bye.